Good night, stream hearts. It's time to stream. Da, 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 da. Good night, stream hearts. It's streaming time. Da, 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 da. And I don't know the rest of this song, so I'll just go. Da, 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 da. Alright, yeah, okay. So, we're gonna be doing some drawing today. Hope I didn't just hit any hotkeys. We're gonna be drawing some stuff like we did this morning if you were here this morning. And if you weren't here this morning, then we're gonna be drawing stuff. We're gonna be coloring, I guess I should say. So, hi Sabrina, hi Chiles, hi Chris, hi Discorded Soul, hi Azura, hi Silver Sky Dragon, hi Wraith, hi Jenny. Hey, Mod, my girlfriend. How's it going, everybody? Feet on the ground. Because I did not agree to tall girlfriend today. And then all of a sudden, I get a picture. Girlfriend's like 15 feet tall. I don't like that kind of thing. Because that's too much tall, if you ask me. And I will regulate that because I'm a man. What's your favorite music? What's my favorite music? Let's say hard rock. Let's say not quite metal, but not quite, just rock, because then you can start confusing it for country music, and I don't like that. So, Jenny Creel, yeah, I mean, I remember you being here a bit. I think I remember. Are you drawing Shrek the Chef? Kinda, Chris. Kinda. So yeah, we're doing some drawing today. I kind of wanted to get back in the drawing thing. I'm in a pretty good mood. I got a call back from a company that I had applied to. That was I got a referral from one of my buddies, and so I'm gonna go in for an interview tomorrow. That's pretty exciting. I would like to get back to work. So we're going to see if we can make that happen. Come on. Let's do that. And then we'll do a little bit of this. And then we'll do a little bit of that. And then we'll do a little bit of this here. Actually, that one's going to be okay. Just give this one. Just do a little bit. And then we're going to blur it out. So yeah, we as you can see, it's just a slow process of just a little bit of this and that, just a touch. We're gonna do a light touch, like Amada's cat Vivian, just a little touch here and there, and that adds a little bit of depth. Oh boy, here we go. Zoe's nailing me with these questions. What's your favorite movie and why? I'm gonna say favorite movie. It's still Avengers. It's still original Avengers because I don't think anything's ever been done like that or going to be done quite like that again. I like the original Avengers movie because it's not just a movie. It stands for more than that. And it's not about Loki for anyone who's like, oh, man, it's my favorite movie because Loki's in it. That's not the reason for it. It's because it takes an amalgamation of other movies and makes them into one movie, which I think is great. And I think that's really cool. I mean, what do you got before that? Alien versus Predator, Freddy versus Jason, maybe James Bond versus Star Trek. Who knows? Like, it could, there's nothing that really does it like Avengers did it. So that's what I'm a fan of. I like taking the original Avengers. The Avengers is what I'm talking about, Zoe. Bill's gonna have a job again. Hopefully, Chris. I don't want to jinx it. Zoe, this is a character for my D&D game that I'm running on Friday, I guess. And he's a chef, and he's real hard to understand. He just says a bunch of nonsense. And then even if you use magic to understand him, he says nonsense just in words, because his whole character is supposed to just be completely difficult to relate to. And that's, that's what he's about. That's what his whole deal is. So he's a maniac, and he sounds a lot like a Frenchman. So that's what's going on with this guy. What else we got? What did I miss? You may have gotten a job. I got an interview. Candace, let's not jump ahead of ourselves. Just a job driving stuff around. Is he cooking long pork? He's cooking something, some kind of hand, monster hand. So his whole deal is he sends you out into this island where he's cultivated a bunch of really dangerous monsters that people apparently will pay a lot of money to eat. And you go and you kill those monsters and drag their carcasses back, and then he butchers them and gives you payment for killing monsters. And that's how that goes. So keep that in mind for if you're ever playing my campaign. Is he cooking long pork? Is long pork a allusion to a movie like that's human? You forgot King Kong versus Godzilla and Dracula versus Frankenstein in that list. Yeah, I don't care about those. I have a selection of favorite movies, but if you asked me to pick a favorite, my brain would shut down. Yeah, Wraith, it's tough. I mean, I have a lot of movies that I really like. Have you ever tried a program called GIMP? I did, Discorded Soul. I didn't love GIMP, but that was also before I realized you could assign hotkeys to things. So I got really confused by the fact that GIMP, you didn't push B for brush like you did in Photoshop. You pushed some other button, and now I'm using a program called Clip Studio Paint, and it's much... I don't know. I'm later in the game, so I can I kind of know a little bit more about how to do stuff, and I have all my keys exactly where I want them, and it's nothing like what I would have thought I would have wanted when I was first using Photoshop or whatever, but I can do everything a lot faster, which is still not all that fast by professional Photoshop user standards, but it's not half bad, and I only had to pay for it once. It's not a monthly payment thing, so I like Clip Studio a lot. I wish you luck in your interview. Thanks, Silver Sky Dragon. To be honest, I've been looking forward to watching this live stream after the last one because one of my classes ran a little longer than normal today. Well, cool. I'm glad you came back, Sabrina. What's your favorite Avenger besides Loki? Loki is not my favorite Avenger. Loki is not my favorite character in the Avengers movies. I would say if we're gonna talk about Avengers as a general subject, I really do like Vision. I'm intrigued by Vision. I like his powers. I like watching him do his stuff. In the movies, I mean, the big three are the most interesting. Like, Tony Stark and Thor are kind of the funniest and easiest to watch. Thor seems to sort of have the best attitude in that Tony got a little darker. Iron Man got too frustrated towards the end. Doctor Strange is cool. Black Panther's really cool. Yeah, let's say no. Rocket Raccoon, my favorite movie character. Vision, my favorite comic character. That's my favorite Avenger. There you go. Are you still cosplaying? I cosplayed at my first Comic-Con in South Africa. It was epic. I barely cosplay anymore because my big costume is falling apart, and it's just an expensive hobby to have. I don't know, even just going out and just kind of cosplaying for the sake of cosplaying is... I don't know. It's inconvenient and weird and whatever. It's just not... It's not as fun as it used to be. Which isn't to disparage anyone else from cosplaying. I just... I just don't feel it as much anymore. Know what I mean? And that's also not saying I'll never do it again or anything like that. It's just saying I haven't been doing nearly as much of it as people kind of expect, I guess. So, pardon me while I add some more weird blood stains to this guy. Alright, what am I doing here? Oh yeah, I need to do some shadows on skin tones. Alright, still isn't GIMP also a name for something else that's perverted? Chris, GIMP... When I was growing up, the word GIMP was kind of a slur for someone who was physically disabled. It's not a friendly term, it's not a good term to use, so I wouldn't go around calling people GIMP. And then Pulp Fiction came out, and there was a character called the GIMP, who was sort of a bondage slave character who appears out of nowhere and gets, like, shot. So, yeah, that's what GIMP has become synonymous with. But yeah, you know, Thor and Loki is Thorky. We don't need to talk about that, Zoe. I make my own, and it cost me an arm and a leg, but it looked very cool dressed as Meryl from Dragon Age. Yeah, that is cool, Jenny. And that's what I'm saying is I don't want to discourage you guys from cosplaying. I've just sort of gotten my fill of it as a hobby because it's easier when you have a lot of time and a lot of money, and honestly, it's easier when you're looking to make friends. But I'm kind of like at the point in my life where I'm like, I got all these friends I can hang out with every weekend, and I actually don't have enough time to hang out with all my friends. So going out and making more friends through cosplaying is not all that appealing to me anymore. But I don't know. It'll happen again. How's my cat doing? My cat's doing fine. Let me see if I can get some light on her. I'm going to really blow out this light here. Kitty cat is right over there, but you can't really see her. She's on the bed, and I can't get enough light on her. Let me see if I can light her up this way. How's that? Yeah, there she is. She's looking at me like she's mad. Yeah, so there's the cat. She's doing fine. The pet store ran out of wet food for her, so now I'm just giving her dry food for a while, and I think she's a little mad about it. TBH. I would like to make a couple of cosplay friends, but I have to actually cosplay first, and there's also nowhere to cosplay, so it would just be me in my room in costume. Well, Wraith, I mean, if you could find a way out to even Gen Con, cosplay friends aren't necessarily friends that you cosplay with. Cosplay friends are just probably friends that you met through cosplay. So, I mean, you could make cosplay friends that you never see in person in costume. It could be people that you just have a common interest with. And that's sort of what has become of most of my cosplay friends is like I like them and I like seeing them, but I never go to conventions, so I never really do see them all that much anymore. And you know, it's just the way she fucking goes, Bubs. You know. But that shouldn't stop you from trying to make friends at events and stuff. If you know of a gaming store, that's a great place to make friends there, where they might cosplay. A lot of nerdy people. Comic book stores, you probably meet some cosplayers. Or not, I don't know. Maybe you live in a town with a bunch of jerks. And the people you meet at the comic book store are not nice people. I remember where I grew up in Rhode Island, like, I would go to the comic book store and be like, yeah, like-minded people are going to be there, and everyone I met there was just a total dickhead. And so, you know, never sort of settle on friends where it seems like, oh yeah, we're gonna be friends because we both like Avengers or Loki or something, and then they start acting like they're better than you or something. You don't need that. You don't need any of that garbage. So just take the friends you like and dump the ones you don't. You don't need to settle. Is all I'm saying. All right, we're gonna smooth that out just a little. Cool. Like to make a couple. It's very true. Made some good friends in comics. One is actually visiting me this weekend. Oh, good for you, Jenny. In other words, it's safe to say today's responsibilities is grown-ups' lack of funds to keep the feeding. You're dealing with cosplay burnout. I don't know if it's burnout, Chris. I think it is a funds thing and all that stuff, but I don't know. Yeah, maybe that is the word. I don't know. It's just not what I feel like doing lately. I want to play games. I want to play board games. I started going to comic conventions because I was like, oh, I get to see so many people and interact with them. And then I remembered a board game convention that I had gone to as part of a job thing. And I was like, that was a really fun time. I should go back and check that out. And that ended up being my favorite convention. And now I much prefer board game conventions over comic and anime conventions. So that's just where I'm at right now. Is I just want to do things with people rather than going places to meet people and figuring out if we can ever do things together. So there you go. And I like Tony Stark for the names he gives everyone. They're funny. Sure, Janice, I get you. I'm in a very rural area for at least an hour's drive all around me. Yeah, Wraith. I mean, that's how it is, though. Like, that's how San Diego Comic-Con is for me. It's a 2-hour drive, but it's worth going to see everybody and do all the stuff you want to do. I mean, even Anaheim is an hour from me, but it's worth it. Like, sometimes you got to make a weekend of it, and sometimes you got to save a lot of money just to get a hotel room or whatever you got to do to be at that con. Gas money, flights, who knows? And that's another reason why it's expensive. But hopefully you can find somewhere that's reasonably close to you. It seems like you've been getting along with your coworkers. Maybe that's where your friends come from. Who knows? I've never made friends at work very well, but what are you going to do? I have friends that cosplay Black Butler and went to Tokyo and Tulsa and had fun. Hope to go with them. You should, Azura. If they had fun, you'll probably have fun. I wrote a message on Facebook on our town group asking if people are interested in tabletop games, and one lady messaged would be down for poker, not what I had in mind. Well, Jenny, you might still like poker. I like poker. I just never play it. Like, I love watching poker because I speculate about what I would do, and then I see the people do it, and I don't know. It's weird seeing a game where things are kept secret, but you get to know about all of it. To message on Facebook. I might try to go to a con this year if my friends will go with me, since I'll be able to afford it. Yeah, having a little money in your pocket never hurt. Mirror-Eyed Lapis Lazuli. Hey, Mirror-Eyed Lapis Lazuli. Hi. I've been wanting to cosplay and even joined a cosplay club at my old college. The club only lasted 1 year, but I still would like to try cosplay. You should, Sabrina. And you know what? Start out simple. Don't try to build a giant, accurate to every detail costume as your first one. Just build, get a sweater that you think looks like something of a character you like, and then wear it, and then you'll end up having a conversation with somebody who maybe can even teach you some cosplay secrets that would help you build towards the bigger, better costume or whatever. But don't start with the most ambitious thing ever unless you're already pretty confident and like, oh yeah, I already do sculpting and sewing and all this stuff. Like, I think that's sort of the main thing that people sort of fall into, is wanting to win a contest of some sort upon their first time cosplaying, and I think that's a mistake. I don't really support cosplay contest culture. I don't think it's smart to get involved with people who are super competitive. So, take it all with a grain of salt. Go and have fun, and just be, be the type of person that likes to do the things that you like to do, and not the type of person who's trying to prove something to somebody else, because that's when things start getting complicated. Cosplicated. Ooh, I like what I did there. Cosplicated. All right. So we're just gonna soften up these baby cheeks and hands a little bit. I'm gonna take a little bit off that, a little bit off that. I'm actually gonna give them some. Okay. And then we're gonna blur that out. So you can probably hear through my microphone. There's a lot of double clicking happening. And that's my hotkeys that I was mentioning before. I have several buttons bound to two different things or more, and so a lot of times if I want to do a specific action, I'll have to double click to get the right brush or the right tool or what have you. And yeah, for example, like that. And it's cool, it's fine, everything's good, and I have my system down, and a lot of people that would want to use my computer to draw things would never be able to figure out what the hell is going on with my control configuration. But that's fine, I don't want them using my computer anyways. So yeah, now we're gonna we added our shadows. We're actually gonna blur these shadows a little bit. Let's blur that out. Blur that out. Blur all this stuff out a little bit. Let's give that a little. Blur it, blur it. Cool. So now this guy's gonna get some highlights, and I'm sorry if it seems like I'm ignoring you guys. I'm in a little bit of a groove right now. I need you to understand that I did not want to draw 20 minutes ago, and now that I'm doing it, I feel like I should keep going until I can't anymore. And I call that go mode. And I'm kind of in a groove, so I'm just gonna go with it until I have to switch sort of modes. Blur, blur, ooh, no. Blur, 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 blur. Blurman. Cool. And I'm going to do this finger real quick. Alright. And then some more blurring. Nope, that's not my blur. That's my blur. Sometimes even the hotkeys get mixed up. And a couple more of these. See, I've gotten myself into a weird place now where I'm like, if I stop, I'm gonna forget to do all the things. So I'm just, all right. So as you can see, he's looking a lot different than when we started. We've got highlights and lowlights and stuff. And actually, looking at my different screens, it's funny because on the screen in front of me, he's very neon, sort of saturated green. Screen below me, whereas I'm actually drawing on, he's sort of olive. And then on this screen over here, he's a less saturated but still darker version. So I need to color calibrate my screens because I'm getting 3 different viewpoints here. I may also want to not go green with his skin. I might do this guy. That's not good, that's too red. Hey, I'll do something like this. Still too red. Oh, that's because my lowlights are red. So if I do a... Okay. No. Yeah, still too red. Maybe I'll do orange skin tone. That's not good either. That's for that matter of fact. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that's bad. So there you go. That's a little better. I'm gonna take this and lighten it just a little bit. Just gonna go boop. Then I'm gonna take his dark skin tones and I don't want to make him purple or blue. I don't. Let's go brightness. Let's go a little darker. Okay. Okay. And let's take his brightness, and actually we are going to make that blue. So let's turn up the saturation. Let's see if that might be too. Okay, let's turn him blue a little bit. That's pink. There you go. And we'll take that brightness and go right back up with it. So yeah, there's my werewolf chef man that sends you out to do crazy hunting quests. How's your cat? Okay, friends, cosplay like me. I might try. I said hi. Been wanting to try. Heard that celebrity poker tournaments are interesting. Jennifer Tilly has won a few. Yeah, I think Jennifer Tilly is a pretty expert poker player. I'd be interested to watch one of the tournaments she's in. 2 cosplayers I want to do would want to fairly laid back. Mainly need a jacket for each. So that's pretty feasible for Gen Con. Yeah, you should. Here's the thing, Wraith. You should go to Gen Con. You should also cosplay. I don't know if you should cosplay at Gen Con. There are some. I guess it's big enough now where there will be a few of you. But, like, it's really not a cosplay-friendly convention. I would maybe look for, if cosplay is really what you want to do, maybe find a comic convention that's also in Indianapolis. But if you're going to Gen Con, I just don't want you to be disappointed that people aren't, like, coming up to you and saying, like, hey, let's be friends. Because gaming conventions, people are like, head down, play the game, don't get distracted, and they actually think cosplayers are a little bit of a unwelcome distraction often. So keep that in mind, but do what you want. Do whatever you want. I want to try to make Rage, which is a giant LAN party in comic where both in September. Yeah, Rage, I would love to go to a LAN party, although riskier now with like people being more with security being more of a concern and so much web traffic and credit card information being passed around. Like, I don't know if I'd want my computer in a room with a bunch of people I don't know. You know what I mean? LAN parties have changed. The concept has changed for me. In other words, when something you once liked with a passion slowly turns into something that feels more like a chore than something you should be fun, it's when you realize it's time to move on. Sure, I'll take that. I can sew really good and fix up some of my favorite shirts. I want to try cosplay to get out of my comfort zone. Yeah, Sabrina, that's a great way to do it. You've already got the skill to do it, and you just move forward a little bit. That's perfect. I like the cosplay showcases more than the contest. Thank you, Silver Sky Dragon. I don't even know if cosplay showcases exist, but it seems like everyone wants to be in a contest. In other news, I've decided that I want to name a future cat Sledgehammer. Yeah, okay, right? That's fine. You liked him green? I don't know. I'll play around with him a little bit. But you know what? Let's do it. Let's see what he looks like. If he's got a green skin tone, let's just turn him green. He'll be more of a yellow green. So let's take that. Boom. Now he's too light. Okay, so we're going to take that. And we're going to go down a little bit. And... yeah, I don't know. I don't like him green. I never pictured him as being green. Maybe I'll just go a little darker with him. of just want him to be swarthy. You know what I mean? Then I gotta change the thing behind him. Oh boy, this stuff. Let me see here. And it blends into his hair. Oh god, I'm just going in the wrong direction right now. No, that's not it either. Yeah, well, I'll finish him later. Same ones I had in high school. I treasure them. I also made some at work, and we have been hanging out for over 20 years. Well, that's great, Janice. Yeah, that's perfect. That's my thoughts on friendship exactly. Is like, keep the ones you love real close and keep them forever. And you don't need to be climbing ladders and making people making new friends and making moves. Not Rage. For a long time, Rage was the only place to cosplay before Geek Fest, and Comic-Con launched 2 years ago. Weird. Well, go for it. They do. There are not many, but they're out there. Is drawing on a computer easier or harder than normal drawing on a piece of paper? For me, it's easier only because I can erase things more completely and separate things and delete things and change things on a fly. Already not loving this. So yeah, like it's like that shelf. If I had used a marker to do that shelf, I'd be stuck with whatever color I originally did, and then I'd be having a lot of trouble with his skin tone, not making it the color I want it to be, and I'd be real mad right now. File. Let's just make sure I save him. Because on a piece of paper, you can only change so much. Once it's on the paper, it's on the paper. Yeah, you've got an eraser, and yeah, you've got whiteout, and you've got all this stuff, but then you end up with this like lumpy looking thing. Plus, the computer has a lot of tools that I like. So, I don't know. Everyone should do whatever they want to do as far as drawing goes, but I like it this way because I'm a crazy person. Now I'm clicking with a mouse for some reason. Showcases are more enjoyable because they don't have to deal with the over-competitive people. Everyone is doing it for fun. Agreed, Silver Sky Dragon. I'm so excited that I got caught up on the story for Kingdom Hearts and ready to play Kingdom 3 since I've never played any of them, Azuris, but I wish you well. But anyways, it's 5:33. We're actually a little over time. Underrated. The society used to be an underrated community till comic happened, and now comic book shops are popping up. It's nice to know I'm not the only geek in South Africa. Yeah, I don't know. Here, it almost seems like comic book shops are dying. It's harder to find one, and the ones that are open are like don't have anything in them. They're like these weird coffee shops or something. But anyways, so a reminder to anyone who saw the tweet yesterday that said that I was going to be on Blank Slate today. Unfortunately, they had to cancel Blank Slate because everyone was sick. So there will not be an episode of Blank Slate tonight, at least not one with me in it. But I hope that you guys find some fun things to do tonight, and I will talk to you all again soon. Probably next Monday. Maybe not. Maybe. Who knows how this job's going to go. We'll see. But we'll see you soon. Be good. Miss you, love you, bye. Bum 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 bum. Mr. Stream.